Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hearts of Iron 4 World War One. Yes, I got early access into a very known mod that people have been talking about a lot. It's the World War One mod, the Great War mod. And as you can see with the many different units and everything else that I'm about to show you, this mod is going to be insane. It's going to be so much fun. You can already tell the different tank designs and unit designs. This is going to be a very, very cool mod. And it's not just for Germany. I mean, it's for the Austro-Hungarian Empire as well. It's for, I believe the Ottomans have some men. I can't see them, though, as of yet. The French, you can see that their units are scattered around. The British, I believe, are the same as far as their units are concerned, just because they look like they are the same. We start off with huge amounts of units, huge amounts of men. This is something I want to show you. The German Empire focus tree, this thing is massive. Like, when I say massive, it's massive. It's huge. It's insane. And we are going to do some great things today. I haven't actually looked over any of this yet, so it's going to be very cool to see. But we're going to be playing along as the German Empire. I was about to say the German Reich, but that, in and of itself, is a lie. As you can see, our manpower is very, very small. 756,000 troops. No divisions of basic training, so it's not as small as we think, but it's still very, very small. I just want to get some construction started on some civilian factories. Would be rather nice for us. So this is going to be basically our civilian factory center. Probably down here will be as well, and then maybe up to here, and then military factories and other things as I see fit. Research, also a huge thing. You can see World War I weapons, gas masks, huge designs. You can see horse-drawn vehicles, early motorized vehicles. Support looks very different. We do not have radio just yet, so that is another big thing. Also, the tank designs and the armored car designs, because we don't just have tanks. We have armored cars as well, but you can see all the different types of tanks that are here. So we're going to be able to play with a lot of those as well. We have artillery, and then we have heavy artillery. So that's going to be huge for us. And then we can go down to anti-tank and anti-air. But for right now, all we know about is how to get artillery. Then we have our land doctrine. The biggest new one is the cult of the offensive doctrine, which is going to be super cool for us. So we get to do mass charges and other things like that. And I believe it'll show other such speeds, different things for each member of the army. Then we have our navy. Basically, it's been worked on, but it's also different in its own way, which is really cool. Then we have High Seas Fleet. I think that's the new one, or these are all just this. Actually, no, none of these are new, I don't believe. I could be very wrong, but I don't believe any of these are new. And then we have our air, which is going to be the age of the airships, tactical bombers, and biplanes. Oh, I'm so freaking excited. You guys don't even know how excited I am. I don't sound very excited because of the fact that I'm quiet, but it's because my roommate is sleeping at the moment, so I don't want to wake him. But as you can see, biplanes galore. We're going to be using them all throughout World War I. And I think you can even go into World War II and change the course of history, which is going to be really cool. Fire Corps, so you can see air squadrons, airships, things like that. So that's the new airship doctrine that we have. Engineering, very different. We have radio, then we have mechanical computing, and then torpedo stuff. And then we got gas, chemical research, and then we have atomic research down here. So everything's kind of just been moved down with the advancement of some new things. So that's very exciting. And then the industry, of course, has changed a lot as well. So this is what would have been our normal industry. You can see that we got a lot of new things of industry. So we're going to actually start grabbing some of these because we're going to need them. Oil we're going to need, and then I want to get started on mechanical computing because we want to start doing some stuff. So we need to get armies together, basically. So I want to set up little bits of troops and soldiers on our battle lines. Armored cars, I wouldn't really think we would need, but we're going to grab them anyway. That'll be our first like little defensive line. 13 units of men, not too bad. You can see that we have a lot of historical new generals now, which is very, very exciting. A lot of new and improved generals. No World War II generals here anymore. So we have the Crown Prince Wilhelm of Prussia. With the Crown Prince... Fuck, I'm going to say that wrong, so I'm not going to say it. And then, so we're going to choose the Duke, I think. It's not too bad, but also he'll get our things done. And then we'll grab these 3 and set them on there as well, just because they're here. And these 4, because they're there as well. So basically, they'll go and do their merry things. And then we need to set up a line basically around the Russian border. So basically, all of these little units here, if I can grab them. There we go. These are going to start up a new army under von Golfitz. I think that's how you say that. I could have been wrong, and I most likely was wrong. Hopefully I am not, but what I'm going to do is I'm also going to edit the frickin' line, because I do not want them to stretch all the way throughout into Austria. The Austrians can hold their own, but I'm going to have all of those troops go into that formation. We're going to start time now, so we're actually going to make this into a proper series, which I'm so excited for. Man, look at all these troops move. Oh, this is going to be so fun. I'm so excited for this mod. You guys don't even... I've been waiting and watching this mod for so long, and I'm so excited to finally get around to doing this. So these are a few of our new people, new political advisors that we can grab. Silent Workhouse. We don't really want to change fascist. We want to keep Wilhelm. I think that's going to be fine. So let's go ahead and choose... Silent Workhouse is going to help us a lot, so that's going to do our first. And then you can see Volunteer Extension. All of this is the same. Then we have a lot of new, what are these called? Businesses, I guess you could say. The, main research and production things. Then we have all of our specialists, which are really big. I think these are also generals in the army too, which is really cool. So let's continue on. We still have a lot of units, like a shit ton of units, but we're not going to do anything with them. Also, something that has changed, I'm going to let time tick as this goes. The death of Edward the Seventh. Edward the Seventh's life and namesake era has drawn to a close. Though in a state of grief, the new King George V has received his coronation. Time will tell if he can solve the turbulent situation in Britain that he has inherited. So Britain is now ruled by George V because Edward VII has died. You can see that we have all new factions. We have the Central Powers and the Entente. The Russians are technically allowed to leave the Entente whenever they wish, so we may actually end up seeing the Russians backing out of World War I, or history might change and the Entente may stay. Who exactly knows? Who knows? We'll figure it out. We have a fairly decent navy, but we also need to get our constructions and things figured out. We have slowly but surely having things built, so I'm going to turn on all of the navies to basically infinite. It's gonna help us immensely. We are missing equipment. Armored car. We're going to need a new armored car, which that's going to be under tanks. Yes. So we're going to put that down. And then we are going to try to start building some biplanes. We're going to want to build some of those. So we're going to put that up. As you can see, new things. Wood. No, that's a new thing that we're actually needing to build things with. So we need wood. That's very exciting. We're going to trade with the United States for now. Even though it's probably not the best idea for us, it's gonna help us out, at least in the long run. We're going to put our guns, about 4 factories, not too bad. We're going to get, we already have field artillery. We might want to get siege artillery, but we technically don't have anything that we need to build that with. And then navy, we want to start building up some convoys, of course. 3 into our convoys, so we'll get our oil here in a little bit. And then we want to get probably some more of the dreadnoughts, because they're just better off for us. So we need to get more oil. We're already trading with the US, so let's go ahead and do that to trade even more. And then we're done with that, which is very good. We have a huge navy, but of course, the British still have a bigger navy than us. Crazy, isn't it? But here is the Austro-Hungarian army lining up against the Russians. You can see their uniforms now as well. Very, very different from the Soviets in World War II. So very, very cool stuff. You can see the Romanians also have changed. They're starting, I think, the works on their focus trees and things like that. You can see Serbia down here lining up with their troops. Everybody's a little different. Here's the Ottomans, a little different as well. Montenegro. That's a tiny nation. That would be very difficult to actually do. It looks like the Austro-Hungarians are training at least on the Romanian side. So that's pretty smart, but they're not training over on the Serbian side, which is very, very surprising. So you can see Peter I leading the Serbians. These are going to start the war. The Ottomans, though, huge. The Albanians refused to submit to the Turks. A new Albanian uprising began in Kosovo. I might have said that wrong, too. And the northern mountains, Ottoman government declared martial law and sent a military expedition. Very cool. So, does that mean there's a civil war going on at the moment? That does not. There is no war. So, I don't know what that was, but maybe that was just a little history lesson. So, we have a ton of units that we could use and line up against certain areas, but we have a fairly decent amount of troops. I really wouldn't expect us to line up anymore. Let's go ahead and throw these 6 over as well. Out of Frankfurt, we'll line them up on the front line. I don't know how the use of trenches are going to be in play for this mod. I have not played this yet. This is the first time me actually opening up this mod, so this is new for all of us. So that's very, very exciting. Let's go ahead and throw these guys. Let's make a new army out of them with the... We'll have him do it, because I like the new guys being able to get stuff done. Now, there are 2 more troops that I do want to throw onto that force. South Africa has their independence. South Africa came into being on 31st of May 1910 with the unification of the previously separated colonies of Cape Natal, Transvaal, might have said that wrong as well, and the Orange Free State. The Union of South Africa was founded as a domination of the British Empire. So South Africa is now on its own. We do have a fairly decent amount of land over in Africa too, so I wonder if there's going to be an African frontier that's going to happen. Who exactly knows? So let's go ahead and get a new army started. Just out of these guys alone, we'll make a new army, another 17. Let's have a crown prince do it. Right around Brussels and Belgium, because that's going to help us out immensely as well. So we're going to start lining up against our foes. Definitely going to be a lot easier for us. The war doesn't start for 4 years, so I may end up skipping a lot of time, or I may just play this to its full entirety. You guys do need to let me know about that, because I have no idea. I'm very, not really would I say skeptical, but I don't know how many events are in this mod, so I do want to know if you guys want to see it to its full entirety or not. So we now have new planes. We actually do have a fairly decent amount of biplanes started, and a few Zeppelins too, which is really good. This is going to be, I'm so excited to play this mod. I'm so happy that the mod creators gave me early beta usage, and we can get started in figuring out how fantastic this mod is. I've been playing it for just a little bit short of a time, and it's still really fun, so I'm super excited to see what war has in store for us. The Russian Empire is led by Nikolai II, I think that's how you say that. United States under Taft. Yes, Taft. Very good, very good. And then, when is the next election? 1912, so we may see a new president come 1912. Who knows? I'm not exactly sure. And then we still have a ton of units that we just kind of are laid back. We don't have a lot of use with them just yet. We will, definitely, when World War I does start. But we don't have any use for them as of just yet. We feel really good about attacking our enemy, but I don't know if trench warfare is going to become a thing, and if it's actually we're gonna get bogged down pretty quickly. We have really no idea. Luxembourg, tiny little nation. Belgium, Netherlands, we'll destroy them all, and we'll probably go through the Netherlands and Belgium to get to France and Paris, because I feel like right around here is just where we're gonna get stuck. Guaranteed. It's probably gonna be very, very difficult, very terrible, but we'll figure it out as the time comes. The Austrians are lining up against both the Russians, the Romanians, the Serbians. There's the little border scrimmage with the Ottoman Empire, with the little revolt, with Albania trying to make itself free. Who exactly knows if it's going to happen? No one, but we'll figure it out. And then Montenegro is just kind of sitting back. Very terrifying, but I'm pretty sure Austro-Hungary will probably eat up that country right when war starts. Are they a part of the Entente? No, and neither is Serbia. And the Ottoman Empire also isn't with us in the Central Powers just yet. And we may figure out maybe getting the Chinese to do something. They're huge in this army. Japan also, I believe, joined the Entente back in World War I, so we'll see if they'll actually do that this time as well. And then the Koreans are here, United Korea. We'll see what happens to that. The Korean Empire is a puppet of the Japanese, so we'll have to see. Is the Japanese actually going to try to fight us? Who exactly knows? And if they do, they're going to have to come all the way through Russia just to get men over, so it's going to be very difficult for us. We'll have to figure out what happens. So we just got our infrastructure, which is very good. Let's go ahead and get constructions. Definitely going to help us out next. So what else is happening? What else? Doesn't look like anything else right now. It's just like the calm before the storm. How are all of our troops as far as training is concerned? They're really kind of bad. So let's go ahead and exercise majority of troops because they need to get a little better. They have to be better. And then we'll exercise you guys as well. And then we'll come back to all of you when we see fit if you guys are good. We have to have the best army. The Germans had the best forces of World War I. We are going to make sure that we keep that time in history. So, I don't know what's actually going to happen. Serbia may start World War I again. I have no idea if it's historically accurate or if they put in a lot of those events or not just yet. I have no clue. What else do we actually need as far as things are concerned? I don't think we need a whole bunch, at least until our research is done. We could build Zeppelins as well. That would be nice. Let's go ahead and put 3 into Zeppelins. That would be pretty good for us. A little bit more into that. 1 into that. 1 into that. We'll put another there. Probably another one into armored cars. And then I guess another one into planes. And then 1 more into Zeppelins. And that's how we'll build for now. Just kind of, you know, getting everything started. Getting stockpiles. You know how everything goes. So we're waiting with all of this training, getting everybody good and ready to go. 9 days until we can get some more research started. I do want to get the next available guns early, because I think getting those guns early is definitely going to put us in an advantage when war breaks out. But Africa, I believe, is really going to be a hot spot for a fight. And then I'm not exactly sure what's going to go about who we're definitely going to fight World War I, but are the Ottomans going to join us? Is Serbia going to start it? Will the Japanese join in? Who actually knows? I have no freaking idea, but we'll figure it out as time comes. And we have a lot of factories. Very good stuff. And another big one, is the United States actually going to join the fight in World War I? No idea, but we'll figure it out as the time comes. Mechanical computing, very good for us. Engineering drawing, that would be nice. But let's go ahead and get radio, we need that. And then, don't know, I have no idea. 872 days does not sound very fortunate for us. Mining, that'd be nice. 92 days. Let's go ahead and research that. And then we'll start researching a good amount of infantry things that we can. So that's going to do very, very good for us. Oh, I'm so excited for this mod. I can't wait for all the things we're going to do. But we're going to end the episode off here because I don't have that much time today. I wish it could have been a little longer, but at the same time, I got a lot of homework that I have to do. But I'm so excited to throw this video out to you guys because I'm very excited about it. And then, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think we're going to start war early? Do you think that the events are going to take place? I have no idea. Your reactions to this mod are literally probably going to be the same reactions that I have for this mod, because it's going to be just, I'm going into this blind. I have no idea. I've seen a little bit of YouTube, but when I was watching it, I also didn't pay attention too well, because if I was going to get a hold of the mod creator, I wanted it to be genuine. So I did see a little bit of YouTube on this just to see what I'm getting myself into, but not a lot. And then, just throw down in the comment section whatever you want to do. Of course, like the video if you enjoyed it. Tells me that you want this to continue, and I'm guessing a lot of you are going to want this to continue. And then if you have not already, subscribe to see more. We're going to be doing this. We're also doing our modern day Israel campaign for Hearts of Iron 4. And then we're also doing the USA for modern day. And then we might do a little bit of Democracy 3. Have no idea. I've opened up too many series at the moment, and we have to get those done. And then I think that's all I have for you. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully the rest of your week goes well. And then you have a great weekend. But then I got to go do some homework, so I got to get that done. Glenn Games is going to sign off as he always does. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, everyone, take care.